Do you know we all have patterns in our life? Perhaps you're already in that pattern loop without knowing it. For example, that you keep attracting the same type of people over and over again, or you keep entering into the same kind of relationship and ending up with the same result. Or your finances, regardless of how much that you earn, it seems like that you won't be able to save money, or money is always not enough, or you're always broke, or perhaps you've been earning the same amount of money for so many years without any breakthrough. And the interesting thing is, so many people, they don't even know they are living in repeat, which means their life always repeating and without knowing it. That's why they feel that they're stuck in life. But what if I'm telling you that you have the power and you can change it through your mind? So today's episode, I want to share with you why we all have patterns. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share 3 things that you can do to help you break all these patterns so you can attract and create more success and happiness in your life. So now let's heal. Hi everyone, welcome back to You Can Be Healed. This is Connie. I am a certified data healer and a limiting beliefs breakthrough coach. So in my channel, I share all the contents to help you overcome your negative emotions, break your limiting beliefs, heal your past, and manifest the life that you deserve. So today's topic is how to stop living your life on repeat, how to break through all the patterns, and where are those patterns coming from. For example, many of my clients, they have relationship issues, and the interesting thing is, it's not the first time that they keep attracting the same kind of relationship and ending up having the same result. All my clients, they're all lovely and nice people, and they always ask me, Connie, I don't understand why I keep attracting this kind of relationship. I just want to be loved and I want to be in a healthy relationship, but the person always hurting me. So any of you, if you have the same experiences, I want you to know that you can change it. This is just a pattern which is operating subconsciously, and it has a lot to do with your childhood environment, your parents' relationship, as well as your past experiences. And I give you another example, like money. A lot of people have money issues. They're either always broke or they always not having enough. Let me share one of my story with you. When I was still in corporate world, I was a senior management for international organizations. I was earning a decent amount of money. However, I was not be able to save money. Always like this, when the money came into my bank account, like the salary came to my bank account, at the end of the month, I had no idea where all those money gone. And also, I was earning the same amount of money for years. I was never be able to achieve that amount, the amounts that I was already earning. I believe many of you may be able to relate to what I mean, but you even know what's the problem. And it's not just me, but also the friends that I was hanging out with at that time. It seems like they all have the same issues. So when we talk about it, it feels just so normal to us, until I realized that it's something that running in our subconscious mind that creating all these patterns. So subconscious mind controls 95% of our life, which means that we are making decisions or taking actions or doing things without we are knowing it. That's why we keep creating all those patterns. If it happens to you right now, I want you to know that that is just a pattern. And the thing that you need to do is to find out where are all these patterns coming from. There are so many patterns in our life that we don't know, but the most common ones, they are relationship patterns and finances patterns. If there's a relationship patterns, you might not be ending up finding the love that you deserve. If there's money patterns, that may preventing you from achieve more, from earning more. It's not because that you are not talented. It's not because that you are not capable. It's just because there are limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind that make you feel that you don't deserve more. And the thing is, once you change all my limiting beliefs, the patterns dissolved. I was be able to earn more, and I also attract different business ideas, business opportunities to my life, and that is just so wonderful. So now, where are all those patterns coming from? First of all, it's from our belief systems, what we were taught when we were young, especially before the age of 7. For example, relationship patterns. If you grew up in a family that your parents are not in a good relationship, or if they divorced, or if they kept fighting with each other, and you started to see that it's normal to have that kind of relationship. Because we are so young, our mind had no filter. We only follow and absorb what our parents or our caretakers, we copy them from their action, from their behavior, from the things that they said, and we believe that is true. Let's say, just this is one of the case from my client who always attracted the abusive relationship. She just didn't understand why she kept attracting abusive relationship. And then when we started to do the healing session, we find out that there's a lot of events that happened when she was young in between her parents. Her father was abusive and verbally violent. And imagine that at that time she was recording, she was only 5 or 6 years old. So even though it was so scary at that time, but her subconscious mind perceived that kind of relationship is normal because she grew up in that kind of environment, and slowly she just feel that is normal. She keep attracting the same type of person that is very similar to her father. So we have to clear all these ingrained limiting beliefs, and there's a lot of confidence issues and self-esteem issues that we have to work on. So anyway, long story short, after we clear all these limiting beliefs, I think it was about like a few months after, she met someone totally different. She's never been in such a beautiful and romantic and loving relationship than ever before. So this is the limiting beliefs that we absorb from our childhood, and that create the pattern. A second thing that create the pattern is based on our past relationships, based on our past experiences. Our subconscious mind is a supercomputer that remembers almost every single thing. Even consciously you cannot recall, but it stores in our subconscious mind. So based on our past experiences, if we grew up in the environment that people always judge you, if people who keep telling you the same thing over and over and over again, you will start to believe that is true. Or you got bullied by others, or your teacher told you that you're stupid, that you're not smart enough. You will start to believe that you don't deserve anything. You're not smart and you're stupid. You will start to believe that, and that can be ingrained in your subconscious mind again, and that create the patterns. It's so important that we need to be aware of all these patterns. Otherwise, your entire life will be lived on repeat, that you keep attracting, manifesting the same thing over and over and over again. So here are 3 tips what you can do to break all these patterns. So first thing is be aware. I want you to get a pen and paper. After watching this video, I want you to do the exercise on the paper. Write down different areas of your life, your relationship, your finances, your career, and you can add on more. In each category, I want you to write down what are the things that keep happening in the past 10 or 20 years. For example, relationship. What kind of person that you keep attracting, and what kind of result that you keep getting in the relationship. So write them down and be honest to yourself so that you can break the pattern. And in the finances area, ask yourself how much money that you've been earning in the past 10 or 20 years. Have you been always broke? What are the patterns there? How's your spending style? How's your relationship with money? What are your beliefs about money? Do you have the beliefs that this is the amount that I can earn because I don't have a good qualification, or because I'm not capable of earning more, or I'm just feeling comfortable, or this is normal, everyone earns the same amount of money? So this is the limiting beliefs, right? Because you can earn as much as you want if you believe that you can. So you don't have to follow the crowd. How much of your friends or your family or other people make has nothing to do with you. You can set the amount that you want. You can even be the first millionaire in your family. So you have to know what's your relationship with money, why you think that you cannot earn more. So I want you to put all these beliefs about money in your finances, and you will start to see, oh my God, this is exactly what is manifesting right now in this area. And then career, ask yourself, how are your coworkers? How are your bosses? How they treat you? Do you always end up with the same kind of working environment, same type of bosses? Because I have a client like that. She said she's been changing jobs from jobs, and she keep running into the same personality of the boss. So I told her it's about why you keep attracting this type of boss into your life. So we also did a session, and then we find out a lot of limiting beliefs about her and the boss relationship. So we work on that. So write down what are the career in the past 10 and even 20 years, because patterns are so long that we feel so normal and we feel so comfortable to live with it without knowing it. Write down all these things, because the first step to change is awareness. You have to break into your awareness. So the second thing is know what you want. You'll be surprised when I ask my clients what do they want. So many of them, they don't know what they truly want. Most of the time, what they want was other people wanted them to be. It's not what they truly want. So you have to ask your heart, what do you really, really, really want? Not what your family wants, not what your friends want, not what your bosses want. It is you. What do you want? So on that paper, in your relationship, write down, what do I want? What kind of person he or she is? How does he or she look like? What are their personality? How do you want them to treat you? So write down all this in your relationship. And for finances, write down how much extra amount of money that can change your life or allow you to have a more comfortable life. The thing is, not everyone wants to become a millionaire, and it is totally fine, because it is your life. If you feel that I don't want to become a millionaire, I just want to have a simple, fulfilling life, then it's fine as well. So write it down, how much money that you want that can make your life more comfortable or make your family's life more comfortable. You need to have that amount in your mind. If you don't know what you want, it's like that you're driving a car without destination and you will never arrive. So know how much that you want and believe that you deserve. So type it down below, I deserve love. I deserve to earn more. Abundance is my birthright. Comment below and type it, I deserve love. Abundance is my birthright. I deserve to earn more. When you type it down, you reinforce the beliefs into your subconscious mind. So the third thing that you can do to break these patterns, use affirmation to help you to reprogram your subconscious mind. Because the thing to change our subconscious mind needs to through repetition. So use positive affirmations to help you replace the old beliefs slowly. I have affirmation episodes that can help you slowly reprogram your subconscious mind. I will put the link of the playlist in the description and feel free to check it out. And the fastest way to replace the subconscious beliefs is through energy healing. If you want to learn more about my healing services and information, feel free to reach out to me. You can message me through my Instagram, You Can Be Healed, and I can send you more information about that. Meantime, don't forget to check out, I have created 2 journal workbook on Amazon that can help you to slowly change your belief patterns. So check it out. I will also put the link in the description below. So remember, you deserve everything that your heart desires. Comment below, I deserve everything that my heart desires. It is my right to be happy, to be successful, and to be loved. Thank you so much for watching, and if this inspires you, remember to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again everyone, and I'm sending you all love and light. I will see you next week.